So one thing that I do is I make sure that I pay attention to the direction of my brush strokes, because it makes a difference. It shows up whether you're tapping, whether you're going zigzag, especially with acrylic paint. The directionality does make a difference. I don't use oil paint. I just use your basic acrylic paint. Number one, because it's not expensive at Walmart. And when you have an addiction to all different shades of colors, it's better to spend, 50 cents to $1 per shade than, I don't know. And believe me, I got a lot of shades. I also mix my own colors a lot too, so sometimes it's rare when I will use just a certain color. But I buy different colors because certain shades are hard to mix. Oranges are hard to do. So I hate making oranges. I don't mind making blues, but I hate making oranges. Oranges and yellows. Yellows are almost impossible to make. I'm just say that. Just buy yellow. What am I saying? But like, Batman is actually one of my favorite comic book characters. This is why people be like, oh, he's just a dude with money and all this other stuff. And you're right. That's why I like him. Like, he is just some bored, wealthy guy out there kicking butt in the streets because he can. Like, he's why? Because I'm Batman. I got $1 billion and I'm bored. Like, and I ain't got nothing but time to tussle with aliens. Like, you ain't got nothing else to do with your $1 billion, Bruce Wayne. No, fight crime. Go ahead. You know what? Go ahead. Do that. Beat you, Bruce Wayne. That is why Batman. Okay, this is the pewter gray. This is why Batman is my all-time favorite, because he's just a bored white fella with money out kicking ass in the streets. Because I had the darkest night. My parents died and it sucked. So I'm gonna fight crime with all my cool gadgets. I'm Batman. I love Batman. And I don't care. Batman can tussle with Superman. Why? Because he feel like it. Got $1 billion. Got nothing else to do. You can't tell me they don't know that's Bruce Wayne. Like, who else in town is rich enough to have a Batmobile? Like, I mean, I know, like, they got super villains that's like bored, but like, come on. Like, who has that money for that kind of stuff in town but Bruce Wayne? Like, they should have been knocked on the Gotham Tower if they ever really wanted to know who the hell Batman is. You know what I'm saying? So that part, I mean, everybody should have put the man two together to know that Bruce Wayne is sitting up in his mansion bored, making slingshots. You know? I'm just winging it. I tend to switch brushes when I'm coming in different sizes. You know, yeah, it's just like with makeup. Not every brush is possible or right for the same task. They don't give you the same depth like that one. That's the one thing that is also, I think, important that I had to learn is when to change shades to a darker shade, to a lighter shade, when to use blacks, when to use grays. Like, that's just something that, you know, pops of white make a difference. That's something that I had to learn over time. How to give it, use whites and grays and shadowing to give it shape, not so flat. And I don't know if I learned that from Bob Ross or not. I'm not giving Bob Ross the credit for that. I think that trial and error taught me that. Little whiffs of gray, little whiffs of white, maybe even going to paint and sips. Looks pretty raggedy up close, if you could see it. But I'll clean it up. Like you can see some of the white lines, the white through the canvas a little. But I'm gonna let this first little bit dry. Let's see how it's coming out. All right, so I'm this far after a few breaks, letting things dry. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but we know how that goes. I hate it. I'll come back to it in a second.